pretty much already been decided from the start. This isn't a battle royale, it's a deathmatch. And Jiyama knows exactly who's responsible. The evil twins, Mao Jun and Shun Mao, two guys with a natural talent for brutal violence. For the last 30 minutes, they've been deliberately toying with the weaker students, just enjoying the act of tearing other people apart. Jiyama looks so weak that they didn't even notice him. Eventually, their playthings all die, leaving the two brothers bored and looking for their next target. All that's left is a single girl, shivering in the back as they point at her. It's clear they have horrible intentions, and Jiyama can't just stay quiet anymore. As Shun Mao walks towards the terrified girl, telling her she's perfectly his taste, Jiyama has had enough. That's the last straw. Jiyama yells from the back of the arena, catching the twins' attention. He stepped in without even thinking, and now, the two boys who hadn't even noticed him before have him locked in their sights. They see the color of his name tag and laugh him off as a worthless special admission student. They decide to end him quickly so they can get back to the girl. Jiyama wonders what he should do, now facing them both head on. His painless blessing only lasts 30 seconds. Not nearly enough time against these guys. There's only one choice left, and the answer is in his bag of sashimi knives. But if he wields a blade, the blessing will activate, bringing that unimaginable pain all over again. He wanted a safe, quiet life, and not even half a day has gone by. He reaches into his bag and pulls out a knife, causing both brothers to burst out in laughter. Shun Mao decides not to waste any more time and launches forward to take Jiyama out. This isn't a situation where Jiyama can be picky, but he has a desperate plan. Use his painless blessing for 30 seconds to cancel out the pain from the sword god blessing. All he has to do is hold on. He activates his painless blessing right before drawing the sashimi knife, and once again, the blessing of the sword god flares to life, just as Shun Mao descends on him with a wicked smile. There's only one way for Jiyama to survive this. If he can't cut through this situation, he will die. But can a sashimi knife really cut through a person? He remembers asking his old master, an ex-gangster, why gangsters in movies always use them. His master told him it was just movie nonsense. He said you can't slash a person like a piece of fish, not even if a god comes down. But the blessing is clear. If he wills it, then he can cut it. Trusting the blessing over his master, Jiyama thrusts his knife towards the large man jumping at him, and in an instant, Shun Mao is sliced clean in half. The other students and the remaining brother, Mao Jun, stare in absolute shock. The quiet, gloomy kid just did the impossible with a simple kitchen knife. Shun Mao's body falls to the ground in two pieces. His brother screams. He desperately forces his brain to remember that this is subspace, that Shun Mao isn't really dead. But that doesn't change what he just saw. Mao Jun tells himself that his brother must have been careless. Now, as the remaining twin, he has to pick up the slack. He looks at his brother's fallen body and takes the power gauntlet for himself. With the gauntlet equipped on both hands, its true power awakens. Mao Jun's defense is boosted, his jumping power increases by 200%, and his fists hit like a truck. He's confident that not even an S-rank weapon can pierce his defense now. But Jiyama isn't even paying attention to him. He's just focused on the countdown, tracking the seconds he has left before his blessing ends. Mao Jun sees an opening and rushes in for a sucker punch while Jiyama is distracted. And then, in a single instant, it's all over. Mao Jun is on the ground, covered in his own blood and barely alive, while Jiyama finishes his countdown. The moment it hits 0, the painless blessing ends, and the full agony of the sword god blessing slams